I feel like this is a new scene. I don't think I've seen this one before. It feels new to me.
The skill of the elves can reforge the Sword of Kings, but only you have the power to wield it.
So I guess blood is what makes things work. Yes.
Here's a pretty thing.
Mithril.
As light as a feather and as hard as dragon scale.
Oh. Jeez, Bilbo.
I'm sorry that you must carry this burden.
Well, at least you feel bad about it.
I'm sorry for everything.
He doesn't hate you, Bilbo.
You who travel with him, no oath nor bond is laid to go further than you will.
So walk, as far as you want, and then you're good. Turn around and go home.
The Fellowship awaits the ring bearer.
I don't know where the hell I'm going.
Mordor, Gandalf. Is it left or right?
Left.
Thanks, Gandalf. You just tell me where to turn. I'll see you in Return of the King when this is all over. There's not a lot of scores out there that I can look back on. Recent scores, I should say. Like, I think maybe the last score that really stuck with me is maybe the Avengers. Everyone knows the Avengers score, and the last movie that was in was 2019's Avengers Endgame. And there was, that last triumphant bum-bum, bum-bum, bum-bum-bum, the portals. We really haven't had a great score since then. I mean, I feel like in the 80s and 90s, there was always a lot of scores that seemed to come out consistently, where it was scores that stuck in your head. Now, not so much. But if there are any scores currently that stick out to you, let me know. Comment below. I'd like to know what your thoughts on it.
What is that?
Birds.
Crabine from Dunland!
Hide! Hurry!
Crabane? I thought it was just crows. Yeah, I'd call those crows. Where is it? The ring! There it is.
Boromir.
It's like 8 against 1 if he ends up wanting to take the ring for himself. I'm sure they'd be able to take him. Especially with a Gandalf on their side.
As you wish.
I do like that the ring can overtake just about everybody here other than Frodo. And maybe Sam, because he is also a hobbit. But the hobbits are the smallest of creatures, but they have the strongest of wills. This is that shot where it's like 6 shots all spliced together, all done practically for the most part, other than like the people that you see in the birds that are flying through the chasm. But this is all model work. These hobbits need to learn to carry their own weight. What an asshole. It's supposed to be good, Saruman. It's said that Christopher Lee read the Lord of the Rings books every year he was alive. Other than the fact when he couldn't read. Probably he didn't read it when he was 5, 10 years old. But I guess when it started to interest him at some point, then it's became a yearly thing. But I can't imagine reading a book every single year. I've read books maybe 2 to 3 times at most. I've never read anything more than that. I like reading books that still throw in some curveballs when it comes to the story. And once you've read something, it's hard to not see the surprises coming.
Through the mines of Moria.
Oh.
The dwarves delved too greedily and too deep.
I think a lot of people overlook that line that Saruman just said. If you go back to the Rings of Power, there is that scene where the king is telling his son, we cannot keep digging. The more we dig, the worse it's going to be. And the son, of course, and of course the audience as well, was like, no, let him dig because he needs to get that precious metal to give to the elves. So, but the king knows that Belrog, at the bottom of that mountain is just waiting for a hole to be dug to, So I think a lot of people overlook that part of this film when they were watching that show. Maybe some people caught it. I caught it.
Evil will be drawn to you from outside.
Evil.
And a fear from within. The walls of Moria.
Oh.
Dwarf doors are invisible when closed. Yes, Gimli, their own masters cannot find them if their secrets are forgotten.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
I do like that they build up this relationship between Gimli and Legolas. I mean, it's over the course of 3 films, and it's cool to see that in this one they really don't like each other. There it is. All we have to do is wait for the moon.
Speak, friend, and enter.
What do you suppose that means?
I will just literally speak friend.
Go, Beth. Amen.
How do we open this door?
What are you going to do then?
Knock your head against these doors, Peregrine Took.
Go on, Ben. Go on.
Probably wait to see if the door can be open before you let your horse go. Just a thought.
What's the Elvish word for friend?
Melon.
Pretty easy. Didn't take much.
Soon, Master Elf, you will enjoy the feeble.
I was pretty certain that they fought that creature that was in the lake. Or did I just imagine that?
Now get out here. Get out!
Oh, yep, they do fight that monster. I didn't realize Frodo got drugged back out to it. Back up. That's moderately terrifying. Say ah. Close the doors. Or, you know, let him just screw it up. That's awesome.
Dark of Moria.
I do like the effect of this light. I know there's some computer effects going on right here because that's doesn't look quite natural, but I'm cool with that. Like, they did use practical lighting, but at the same time there was some computer enhancement. It's awesome how that looks. I guess that's a model as well. That's why this movie still holds up so well, is because they used practical models for a lot of these massive scenes that we see, but some of the scenes that they can't do with model work, they were able to use computers. Best of both worlds.
The wealth of Moria was not in gold or jewels, but mithril.
They went pretty deep.
Bilbo had a set of mithril rings. I never told him, but its worth was greater than the value of the Shire.
What? Let's turn around. I'm rich.
I have no memory of this place.
Well, that's not good.
I'm hungry.
What was that?
Something down there.
Let's go to him.
He's been following us for 3 days.
And you're just now saying something?
Spiegel, he was once called, before the ring found him.
Oh, we'll see that in Return of the King. That's how they start the movie.
My heart tells me that Gollum has some part to play yet, before this is over.
As the difference, though, he has different color eyes in the other 2 films. His eye color in this one was not what you see in the next 2 movies.
Wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times.
This is a very
But that
true
is
statement.
not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
It's pretty true.
Bilbo was meant to find the ring, in which case you also were meant to have it.
Guys just dropping logic left and right.
Remembered.
No, but the air doesn't smell so foul down here. If in doubt, in the Enoch,
Always follow your nose.
we risk a little more light.
Let's see how great this place looks.
The dwarf city of Dwellodelf.
Whoa. Columns upon columns upon columns. It's pretty epic. Light.
Here lies Balin, son of Fundin, Lord of Moria.
We see Balin in The Hobbit. He was the man with the big gray beard. I should say white beard. Hey, these guys suck. Yep, should have never brought these idiotic hobbits. They're the ones that screwed up at the bar with telling them who Frodo was. He just screwed up here. They also screwed up with getting Frodo stabbed, basically. Having a fire for food as the wraiths came and stabbed him. But they make up for it in the next couple movies. Whoa! Hey! It missed this time, but not later. And there's a hole. Boom! These guys just didn't waste time. They just went right in. Uh-oh. friends. Just messed up Balin's grave. Troll is horrible aim. The frying pan comes in handy. Nothing there. He's a smart cave troll. He's dead. No, he's not. It just hurt. Probably bruised him. He's good. I actually feel a little bad for this troll because Peter Jackson, I think there was an interview or something that was said that he had a backstory for this troll, and the backstory was like he was a baby and the mother was around somewhere. Now this baby's being killed, and now that I know that, I'm a little saddened by that fact, but whatever. It's a fictional creature. Doesn't exist in the story itself. I am sad for the troll. He's okay.
He's alive.
He's got mithril.
I think there's more to this hobbit than meets the eye.
He's like a transformer.
Mithril. To the bridge of Khazad-dûm.
More's to come. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, you guys should probably leave. Thank God the Balrog showed up.
What is this new devilry?
It's not new, it's old. It's been around for a while.
A demon of the ancient world.
You guys should probably run. Hey, you dropped the light. Keep moving. In Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, they just don't believe in handrails. Safety. They didn't have OSHA. Right through his head. How's he still screaming when I went right through his frickin' forehead? Balrogs are coming. Get ready to cue the fellowship music. There we go. Yeah, that shot right there. You can tell that there's a little green screen going on. They didn't have like the right shadows or something. Still a pretty good effect. It's because everything that you see is basically practical when it comes to the fire effects. They used actual fire and overlaid it. When you use the real elements, it just still looks pretty good. What amazes me about this shot, everything about it is fake. I mean, those are all animated characters, not real whatsoever. But it's so far away, you just can't tell. It's dark, shadowed, a lot of contrast. Well, they get to see how badass Gandalf is.
Go back to the shadow.
Say that line, Gandalf.
You shall not pass!
That line. Yay, Gandalf won. No, he didn't. Run, you fools.
Fly, you fools.
Oh, fly, you fools. I thought he said run. They missed. Very, very sad moment. And then there were 8.
Legolas, get them out.
Give them a moment.
Give them a moment, for pity's sake. Frodo!
I just need like 5 minutes. Hooray, we're here. They could have taken like 5 minutes for themselves. You know.
Stay close.
Stay close, young hobbits.
On the hush spell.
Oh, the one talking to me right now?
You won't ensnare so easily. I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox.
Oh, I don't think they're that sensitive.
The dwarf breathed so loud we could have shot him in the dark. Aragorn and Dunedain. Estanende, amen.
Oh, good.
I go rogue Knoll.
What's that mean?
You bring great evil with you.
It's not like I want to.
You can go no further.
I have to. I gotta throw this thing in a friggin' volcano.
You will follow me.
Alright.
Realm of the Lord Celeborn and of Galadriel, Lady of Light.
Lady of Light. I'd live here. I think I'd prefer this place over Rivendell. I enjoy the tree atmosphere more so than amongst mountains, I guess, in Rivendell, whatever you want to call that. Hey, gang. How's it going?
Enemy knows you have entered here.
I never realized the guy on the left was in this. I forget his name, but he was in The Equalizer, Triple X, Kingdom of Heaven. Always plays a bad guy.
And in all lands, love is now mingled with grief.
Boy, she's a bit terrifying to be staring at.
Welcome, Frodo of the Shire, one who has seen the eye.
Ooh.
I lament for Gandalf.
What do they say about him?
I have not the heart to tell you. For me, the grief is still too near.
Elves really love that Gandalf.
My father is a noble man. His rule is failing. He looks to me to make things right, and I would do it. I would see the glory of Gondor restored.
Yeah, you will with the guy over your right shoulder.
One day, our paths will lead us there.
Aragorn's path. Yours ends at the end of this movie. She walks barefooted. One with everything. What's up, shiny lady? All these elves in their way of being lit all the time. Stop walking and talk to me.
For the mirror shows many things. Things that were, things that are,
And things that will be.
and some things that have not yet come to pass.
Well, yeah, okay. It's a better way of saying it, I guess. Well, that's not good. The eye.
Is what will come to pass if you should fail.
No pressure.
Fellowship is breaking. It has already begun. He will try to take the ring.
Can you just be specific?
I do not deny that my heart has greatly desired this.
But... You should probably put it up. I do like that callback to the line that they said in The Rings of Power, built on the foundations.
I cannot do this alone.
You won't be alone.
And if you do not find a way, no one will.
But I know what I must do.
He must take the ring to Mount Doom. Meanwhile...
A ruined and terrible form of life. Now perfected.
I wouldn't say this is perfect.
Whom do you serve?
Saruman. You mean Sauron?
Pain you do not know fear. You will taste man flesh.
Yay! Man flesh.
One of the halflings carries something of great value. Bring them to me alive. Kill the others.
Cool. Must be exhausting. Being an orc and having to run everywhere.
Never before have we clad strangers in the garb of our own people.
Mighty nice of you guys.
One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man.
Oh, great.
How many did you eat? 4.
By river, you have the chance of outrunning the enemy to the falls of Rauros.
Thank you for the little tip.
My gift for you, Legolas, is a bow of the Galadrim.
Wonderful.
These are the daggers of the Lothlórien. They have already seen service in war. And for you, Samwise Gamgee, elven rope.
Have you run out of those nice shiny daggers?
Pick yourself up one.
And what gift would a dwarf ask of the elves?
Nothing except to look upon the lady of the Galadrim one last time. For she is more fair than all the jewels beneath the earth.
Oh, what a sweet talker.
No. I'm talking nonsense. It's quite impossible. Stupid.
You have your own choice to make, Aragorn.
What choice is that?
To rise above the height of all your fathers since the days of Elendil, or to fall into darkness.
Decisions. Take the first one.
What was her gift?
I asked her for one hair from her golden head. She gave me 3.
It's a beautiful country for sure. Here come the orcs. Gollum again.
I'm here to help you. I promised Gandalf that I would.
You never break promise.
You can't help me, Sam. Not this time.
Minas Tirith is the safer road. From there we can regroup, strike out for Mordor from a place of strength. Yes, there is weakness. There is frailty. You're afraid, scared of who you are, of what you are.
I will not lead the ring within 100 leagues of your city.
Yeah, man's pretty weak when it comes to the ring. I mean, history kind of shows that, doesn't it? It's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Jason and the Argonauts. Oh, it looked so much bigger. The scale of certain things. I'm talking about the original Jason and the Argonauts, the one that was like in the 60s, I think.
Just a simple matter of finding our way through Emin Muil, an impassable labyrinth of razor-sharp rocks. And after that, it gets even better.
How so?
Festering, stinking marshland as far as the eye can see.
That's Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. We see that.
Pay no heed to that, young out.
Where's Frodo?
Where is Frodo?
There are other ways, Frodo. Other paths that we might take.
I know what you would say. It would seem like wisdom, but for the warning in my heart.
Warning?
What do you mean?
I ask only for the strength to defend my people.
Jeez.
They will find you. They will take the ring.
Well, why don't you try protecting me, man? Uh-oh. Good job, guy.
You'll take the ring to Sauron! You'll betray us!
They must be pretty far from camp because he's yelling pretty loud.
Frodo.
Guy's a bumbling fool.
Frodo, I'm sorry!
Probably take the ring off now. People know where you're at when you have the ring on, don't you know? The scary eye. And he's okay.
I swore to protect you. Can you protect me from yourself?
Probably have a hard time. He's got elvish blood, so he has a little more will, I guess.
I would have gone with you to the end, into the very fires of Mordor.
I know.
Go, Frodo.
Warning. He's just walking right up to that whole entire gang of people, not even caring. That's how badass he is. These orcs suck. I guess they were just born, though, so maybe they don't know how to fight.
Hide here, quick.
Nope.
Come on.
He's gotta go. Good job. Could've just hid.
Run, Frodo.
It's working!
It's working too well. Yeah, these orcs are horrible. Saruman probably should have, like, hired some trainers or something before they just threw him out in the middle of battle. Or Legolas is just ridiculous with that bow. It's a pretty cool shot, how it went from basically following everybody down the hill to a nice wide high angle. Yeah, Boromir, he really does give it his all, though. Of course, you got this guy, like the most badass of all orcs in this movie. He's got a bow. The Fall of Boromir. But he goes down a champ, though. Run, guys. Another arrow. Right into the orc's arms. It's okay. He'll die. Aragorn will live. He has a destiny to be king. Whoop, arm's dead. You're done. Now he's done.
Leave it. It is over.
Yeah.
The world of men will fall.
No, it won't. Have faith.
I do not know what strength is in my blood, but I swear to you, I will not let the White City fall.
He promises. My king. Yeah, almost brought a little tear to my eye. And he's gone.
I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not...
I like to call back to that line.
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
Make the right decision, Mr. Frodo. And he is.
Go back, Sam! I'm going to Mordor alone. Of course you are, and I'm coming with you! You can't swim!
He's gonna try. Kick your legs, Sam. There you go.
I made a promise, Mr. Frodo. A promise. Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee. And I don't mean to.
Make me a little sad. I mean, happy sad. Happy tears.
Come on.
Just accept it. Sam isn't going to leave your side this entire journey. That guy makes a promise. He definitely is like, nope, ain't breaking that one. Hooray! Over the waterfall you go. Yup. Splat. On the rocks below.
Frodo's fate is no longer in our hands.
So what now?
That it has all been in vain. Fellowship has failed.
It has not failed.
Not if we hold true to each other. Travel light, let us hunt some more.
Oh yeah, it made them happy. We're gonna do more killing?
I hope the others find a safer road. I don't suppose we'll ever see them again.
Oh yeah, in 2 movies. The end of part 1. Well, that was it. That was Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings, the extended edition, the 2001 classic. I love it. I love this film. It's always great. I think it is the weakest of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but they keep getting better with time. See, you got the first one. I thought the first one was a little on the slow side. I mean, that's the Fellowship. It's always been, to me, the Fellowship. It has been the slowest of the trilogy, but then you get into the Two Towers, and then the Return of the King, I think, is the best out of the entire trilogy. I guess that's why it won the Best Picture Oscar back in 2004. But, I mean, Peter Jackson just does a great job with the epicness, the shots, the actors, and how they all kind of mesh together in this beautiful story told over a 3-hour period. And I mean, I remember when this movie ended in theaters, and I was just like, oh my god, that it's to be continued. Are you serious? I don't like to be continued, and you don't get too many to be continueds in movies these days when it comes to just stories in general. I mean, there are like Indiana Jones where it's just a one-off, and then they keep continuing the adventure, and then it ends. And I like that. I like those kind of trilogies. But when this first came out and they ended up stopping it, you had to wait an entire year to see the continuation of what was going on. And of course, the world's worst was probably Star Wars when it came out in 1977. Everyone thought it was a one-off. And then in 1980, when they came out with The Empire Strikes Back, you had to wait basically 3 years before you got the conclusion of that story. So Lord of the Rings wasn't as bad when it came to the waiting game. It was only a year in between films compared to the 3 that Star Wars was. And then you also had like a year between Back to the Future in 1989, Part 2, and Back to the Future 3 in 1990. So, you also had The Matrix. That was also like, I think that was 6 months. That was an even shorter wait in between films. But hey, a year in between movies, and then they did the same thing with The Hobbit, which I'm glad they do. I wish most trilogies would do that if they had like a continuing story like the Lord of the Rings has, and there's going to be a continuation, and there's going to be an actual like 2 more movies. Like The Rings of Power. The Rings of Power came out, and now we have to wait like maybe 2 or 3 years before we actually get another season. It's kind of crazy. That sucks in comparison to what we had to go through with the Lord of the Rings. Love the Lord of the Rings, and I'm looking forward to diving into the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and the extended version of that. I didn't think there was that much of a difference with the additional scenes. I think there was fewer additional scenes in the Fellowship, and I feel like they have more when it comes to the Two Towers and the Return of the King, because when I was looking at those run times, it was literally like an hour more compared to this one. I think this one was maybe 20-30 minutes more when it came to the scenes that they added into this. I didn't see as many as I thought I was, but when it came to just the story in general, I don't know if it made it better or worse. It feels like the same sort of movie to me. There might be some scenes that were there that I just don't. Maybe it's been so long since I've seen this movie. It's kind of hard for me to go, that's a scene that I saw in theaters, and that's a scene I didn't see in theaters, because since it's been a while, it kind of all just meshes together. But I think I will see the differences in the Two Towers and the Return of the King, because I think I do remember seeing some of the stuff on YouTube, and some of those scenes were like way different, way longer. There was even some stories that were cut out altogether, even some love stories and whatnot, I think. But hey, you know what? We're going to get into that at some point when we get to watching those movies. So looking forward to seeing what the new scenes are in those extended versions of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But thanks for dropping by and showing up for the Lord of the Rings reaction video, and look for the sequels in the near future. Until next time, see you later.